need a volunteer. I need to show how to draw blood. Are you a volunteer for it? I'm just kidding, you can stay there. I saw him sweating. I know many of you had this experience in the past, have a blood test, and you know how the blood collection is done. But how you think, what happened with the blood after it's collected? What happened behind the scenes? I'm going to explain to you because that's my job. I work in a hospital and I work in the laboratory, and what I do is analyze all kinds of body fluids. But tonight, just going to explain you about blood. Actually, I put a couple of them here. Feel like a vampire. Actually, it's Halloween. Yes. So this is blood from my husband. Today is fresh blood for a husband. No, just kidding. I can't. You know, it's against the law. It's against the law to carry blood because it's considered biohazard. Biohazard is any substance that can harm your health. It can have a diseases like a hepatitis, HIV. So I cannot bring that over here. So this is ketchup and oil. This is mostly ketchup. It looks like a blood now. So after we receive this specimen, this blood in the lab, we sort it according with the test that is requested by the doctor. When we send it to the different departments, it could be blood bank, hematology, microbiology, or chemistry, or so on. There are more. But tonight I'm just going to concentrate on chemistry. Chemistry, we use mostly all the time these tubes. Notice that has a gel on the bottom. And after we receive it, we centrifugate the tube. We put in a special machine that's spinning down the tube for 7 minutes, around 7 minutes. And then after that, it came out like this. This is, I mean, what I say, ketchup and blood, but I'm supposed to use like this, the blood. We separate the cells from the liquid part. We call syrup. And notice the gel, now it's in the middle to avoid the cells to mix with the syrup. This is the part that we use in chemistry, the serum part. And if the test is for cholesterol, iron, potassium, glucose, that's another name for sugar, we put in a machine that do the automatic test. We just uncover and put in the machine, and it do the test by itself. Another test, like HIV, we do it manually. We get the sample, and we mix them with the reagents, and we incubate it for a certain time, and then we see the results. And since I said before, this is biohazard, we have to be very careful. We don't know what is in there, so we usually use gloves, lab coat, goggles, and we very careful not to spit the tube. After we have the results, if it's a critical result, that's what we call critical when it's very abnormal, we contact the doctor or the nurse in charge of the patient and give the results verbally. Otherwise, we just verify the results in the computer and the doctor can see the results in the system. Then, after the test is done, we save the specimen. This is what we call a specimen, the blood, in the refrigerator for 3 days, in case the doctor wants to add another test. If it's for example, if it's a critical result, the doctor wants to know what happened with the patient and wants to add another test to investigate what is wrong with the patient. So we save it for 3 days in a refrigerator. Then after that, bring me memories about a patient that I was collecting his blood, and he asked me, what about if after you done the test, you give me back the blood to me? Because I'm very ill and I need all single drop. But we cannot, since we manipulate this blood, we contaminate the blood. And look, the bottle is clot. We cannot give it back, a clot blood, to the patient. Instead of benefit the patient, we're going to harm the patient. So we dispose this blood in special containers. We have these bags. They are mostly red. They are red. The symbol for biohazard. And they are usually heavy material to avoid leak. So we dispose the tube in there. And the hospital pay some companies to collect this blood in the containers. And they are in charge of burn in a special chambers. They incinerate the blood in there. So now you know what happened behind the scenes with your blood. Now, you can be my volunteer, Mr. Toastmaster.